Level 1. The Echoes of Thunder, Replica Mjolnir, Frogjolnir. At the very bottom of the thunderous Mjolnir, hierarchy sit the imitators and miniature legends. They look like Mjolnir. They behave like Mjolnir. But deep inside, they lack the ancient roar of the original storm. Replica Mjolnir appeared in alternate timelines and artificial recreations. These versions were forged by beings who understood the shape of power, but not its soul. They could summon lightning, yes. They could fly through the air and strike enemies. But their lightning was thinner, like a storm seen through fog. They lacked Odin's original enchantment, and more importantly, they lacked the imprisoned cosmic entity known as the God Tempest. Without that primordial storm trapped inside, Replica Mjolnir was like an engine without its fuel. Replica Mjolnir was often used by alternate Thor variants or characters attempting to replace Thor. In battle, it gave them an advantage over ordinary enemies. Armies could be scattered, buildings could be shattered. But when facing cosmic beings, Replica Mjolnir faltered. It did not carry the authority of true divine thunder. Then there was Frogjolnir, perhaps the strangest hammer ever created. Wielded by Throg, the Frog of Thunder, Frogjolnir was a tiny but legitimate mystical hammer. Despite its size, it still obeyed the worthiness enchantment. It granted Throg enhanced strength, lightning control, and combat ability. Frogjolnir was used in battles involving animal-themed universes and smaller-scale conflicts. Its advantage was its legitimacy. It was real magic. Its disadvantage was scale. Frogjolnir was not meant to shatter planets. It was meant to empower a frog. These level 1 hammers were sparks. They could burn, but they could not become suns. Level 2, the forged successors, Thunderstrike, Lightbringer. The next level belonged to hammers created to replace or imitate Thor's role more seriously. Thunderstrike was wielded by Erik Masterson, a human chosen to temporarily replace Thor. When Odin created Thunderstrike, he ensured it could grant Erik the strength and abilities needed to defend Earth. Thunderstrike could summon lightning, allow flight, and enhance Erik's durability to godlike levels. Thunderstrike was used in real battles against powerful villains. Erik used it to protect civilians, fight supervillains, and maintain order in Thor's absence. It was reliable and powerful, but Thunderstrike had limits. It lacked the cosmic storm entity inside Mjolnir. Its lightning was strong, but not infinite. Its enchantment was powerful, but not primordial. Lightbringer existed as another mystical hammer-class weapon used in alternate realities. It possessed radiant energy manipulation, capable of creating powerful blasts and energy constructs. Lightbringer was elegant and deadly, often used by divine warriors in cosmic conflicts. Its advantage was its versatility. Its disadvantage was its origin. It was not forged from the same cosmic crisis that created Mjolnir. These hammers were warriors. They carried thunder into battle, but they did not define thunder itself. Level 3, the Royal Alternatives. Ultimate Mjolnir. Golden Stormbreaker. At this level, the thunder grows heavier. Ultimate Mjolnir existed in the Ultimate Marvel universe. It was forged with divine materials and enchantments similar to the original. It granted its wielder immense power, flight, and weather control. Ultimate Thor used it to battle global threats, alien invasions, and god-level enemies. Ultimate Mjolnir's advantage was its authenticity. It was not an imitation. It was a true divine weapon, but it came from a different universe. Its cosmic authority did not fully overlap with the main universe's primordial storm. Golden Stormbreaker was forged by Odin himself and given to Beta Ray Bill. When Bill proved worthy, Odin created Stormbreaker as an equal counterpart to Mjolnir. Stormbreaker gave Beta Ray Bill the same powers as Thor. With it, Bill fought demons, cosmic invaders, and universal threats. Stormbreaker was not weaker than Mjolnir. It was designed to stand beside it. Its advantage was equality. Its disadvantage was identity. Stormbreaker was a sibling to Mjolnir, not its origin. These level 3 weapons were kings. They commanded thunder with authority. Level 4. The God Killers. Stormbreaker, key, modern, Jarnbjorn. Now the thunder begins to terrify. Modern Stormbreaker, as seen in cosmic wars and cinematic battles, was forged from Uru metal in the heart of a dying star. It was created after Mjolnir was destroyed. Unlike Mjolnir, Stormbreaker did not rely on worthiness enchantment alone. It was designed to channel Thor's power without restriction. Stormbreaker allowed Thor to summon the Bifrost, teleport across galaxies, and unleash devastating cosmic lightning. Its greatest moment came when Thor used Stormbreaker against Thanos. Stormbreaker overpowered the Infinity Gauntlet's energy blast and struck directly into Thanos' chest. This demonstrated its terrifying raw output. Jarnbjorn was Thor's weapon before he was worthy of Mjolnir. It was an axe, but it deserves its place here. Jarnbjorn could harm Celestials. Celestials are cosmic entities older than gods. The fact that Jarnbjorn could injure them placed it among the most dangerous weapons Thor ever wielded. Its advantage was raw cutting power. Its disadvantage was lack of lightning control. These weapons were executioners. They did not ask permission from the universe. Level 5. The Fusion Weapon, Hammer of Thorion. By the time we reach level 5, we are no longer dealing with ordinary divine weapons. We are dealing with something that exists at the intersection of godhood and cosmic engineering. The Hammer of Thorion was not born in a simple forge, nor was it shaped by dwarven hands alone. It emerged from rare cosmic fusion events, where divine enchantments collided with forces far older and far more dangerous than Asgard itself. Unlike traditional hammers that derive their strength from Uru metal and Odin's spellwork, the Hammer of Thorion was built through convergence. It represented a union between structured divine magic and raw cosmic energy. This made it fundamentally different from anything Thor had wielded before. It did not simply channel lightning, it amplified existence. When wielded in battle, the Hammer of Thorion did not just enhance strength, it elevated its wielder into something greater. Energy blasts struck harder. Defensive barriers became nearly unbreakable. Cosmic forces that would normally overwhelm gods could be absorbed, redirected, and weaponized. It functioned like a cosmic amplifier, turning its wielder into a living nexus of divine and universal power. This hammer was used in alternate cosmic conflicts where even Mjolnir's immense strength was not enough. Situations involving multidimensional threats, cosmic anomalies, and entities that operated beyond conventional reality required a weapon that could adapt and amplify power dynamically. The Hammer of Thorion filled that role. Its greatest advantage was amplification. It did not impose limits. Instead, it expanded whatever power already existed within its wielder. A god became more than a god. A warrior became something approaching cosmic authority. But its greatest disadvantage was its rarity. The conditions required to create such a weapon were extraordinarily specific. It could not simply be forged again. It existed as a product of cosmic alignment, not craftsmanship alone. The Hammer of Thorion was not merely forged. It was assembled by the universe itself, piece by piece, through moments of cosmic coincidence and divine necessity. It was the bridge between godhood and infinity. Level 6. The Original Legend, Mjolnir. And now we arrive at the weapon that defined thunder for generations, the weapon that did not merely channel storms, but imprison one. Mjolnir was forged in the heart of a dying star by the master dwarven blacksmiths of Nidavellir. They used Uru, a metal capable of holding enchantments beyond mortal comprehension. But it was Odin's intervention that transformed Mjolnir from a weapon into a living force. Inside Mjolnir, Odin trapped the God Tempest. This was no ordinary storm. It was a primordial cosmic entity, a being of pure thunder that existed before Thor was born, before Asgard rose, before many gods ever took form. It was wild, uncontrollable, and capable of devastating entire realms. Mjolnir became its prison and its channel. When Thor first wielded Mjolnir, he was not just holding a hammer. He was holding a contained cosmic catastrophe. Mjolnir granted abilities far beyond simple lightning manipulation. It allowed Thor to summon storms capable of engulfing continents. It allowed him to fly across galaxies by throwing the hammer and being pulled behind it. It could open portals between dimensions, allowing instantaneous travel across space. It could absorb incoming energy, including magical, cosmic, and even god-level attacks, and redirect that energy outward with amplified force. Mjolnir was used in countless defining battles. Thor used it to defend Earth from alien invasions, to battle rival gods, to confront cosmic entities, and to protect the balance between realms. It became synonymous with Thor himself. When people thought of thunder, they thought of Mjolnir. Its greatest advantage was its balance. It was not just powerful, it was precise. It obeyed its wielder completely, responding instantly to thought and intent. But it carried one restriction: the worthiness enchantment. Only those deemed worthy could lift it. This enchantment ensured that its immense power would never fall into the wrong hands. But it also meant that even Thor himself could lose access to it if he faltered in character or spirit. Mjolnir was not simply a weapon. It was a judge, a protector, a symbol. It was thunder given form. Level 7. The final boss of Thunder. Stormbreaker and Mjolnir at full awakening. At the final level, we leave behind the concept of weapons entirely. What exists here is no longer a tool of thunder. It is Thunder's ultimate expression. Stormbreaker was forged after Mjolnir's destruction, created with a singular purpose: to restore Thor to his full power. Forged in the same cosmic furnaces that created Mjolnir, Stormbreaker was built without the same restrictive enchantment. It did not limit its wielder. It unleashed them. Stormbreaker allowed Thor to channel his power freely, without constraint. It granted control over the Bifrost itself, allowing Thor to open pathways between realms at will. It amplified his lightning to levels never seen before. But the true apex occurs when both Stormbreaker and Mjolnir reach full awakening. When Mjolnir releases the God Tempest completely, and Stormbreaker synchronizes perfectly with Thor's peak divine state, something extraordinary happens. The weapons stop acting as conduits. They become extensions of Thor's existence. At this stage, Thor is no longer drawing power from his weapons. The weapons are drawing power from him. Storms do not need to be summoned. They exist wherever he stands. Lightning does not need to be called. It flows constantly around him. Reality itself begins to respond to his presence. In cosmic conflicts, this level of power allows Thor to challenge beings that exist beyond gods. Entities capable of reshaping universes must now contend with a force capable of resisting them. Stormbreaker removes limitation. Mjolnir releases primordial chaos. Together, they transform Thor into something greater than the god of thunder. He becomes the source of thunder itself. At level 7, there is no higher weapon. There is only the storm, fully awakened.